Would you pay $5,000 for a single pound of perfume oil? Some people certainly would. And indeed, there is such an expensive aromatic product called oud, usually spelled O-U-D. Sometimes there's an H at the end, depending on how you spell it, I suppose. Oud is pretty much the most expensive ingredient in the perfume industry, and a lot of people don't know what it is. Maybe you've seen it in some very high-class luxury perfumes. Not a lot of perfumes have it, but it's essentially a type of wood from the agar tree. And the thing about this tree is that it's very rare. It grows in India and other parts of that side of the world. And it's been known for thousands of years. It's people have been using it since biblical times and before, and it's still popular today, obviously. Probably more popular today than ever before in the past. And the thing about this agar wood tree is that it's not the regular wood that you're after. Specifically, the heartwood, which is at the very, very center of the tree trunk, that has to be infested with a very particular type of fungus. And that fungus kind of eats away at the heartwood of the agar tree, and at a certain point, the wood on the inside becomes very blackened and soft and dark, and extremely aromatic because that fungus is breaking down and the wood is evolving compared to the wood on the outside of the tree. And that gives it a very, very unique scent, specifically this kind of musty, warm, kind of musk wood scent. And it's so unique, it's been so sought after that for thousands of years people have been using it for incenses, oils for hair and beards, pretty much anything you could think of. And today, mainly, it's used in fragrances. And pretty much any fragrance that contains oud is very, very expensive because, as I said before, a single pound of oud oil is around $5,000 and up. So, of course, a single bottle of perfume doesn't have a pound of oil or of anything. But even if it has a single gram of this oud oil, it's still going to up the price by several $100s. So for that reason, there's a lot of imitation oud fragrances that you can find that are very, very cheap, but of course they're not going to smell as good as the real thing. The thing with oud is that, first of all, it's kind of a statement piece. Once you have any kind of oud fragrance, people will be impressed. It's like pretty much, when you wear a designer fragrance, it's a statement thing. The other matter with oud is that it's actually getting more expensive because it's becoming rarer. Now that these perfume companies want to put oud in their perfumes, they're cutting down more of these agar wood trees, and it's very difficult to get the same type of agar trees that you need to produce more of this oil, because the fungus that eats the middle of these agar trees, the fungus doesn't occur in all these trees. So you could cut down an agar wood tree and it might not have the fungus, so it would be completely useless for developing oud oil. So for that reason, this particular tree, the agar wood tree, is becoming very, very rare, and most likely will become critically endangered at some point. And that extreme rarity just continues to boost the price of oud in general. And it's kind of a sad thing, obviously. Basically, we're destroying a tree that's very difficult, takes a long time to grow, and also this very unique and wonderful scent will probably not be around forever. But, and also the process of harvesting this oud oil is kind of labor intensive. Usually it's through distillation, to extract the oil from the heartwood inside the tree. So really the whole thing with oud is that you're paying for a rare luxury product. Apparently, oud is 1.5 times more expensive than gold. So if you have oud in your perfume, consider yourself lucky. Also, the thing with oud perfumes that you have to kind of be careful about is that because it is so expensive and so hard to get, that a lot of perfume companies will say that there's oud in their fragrance, but in reality it's a very, very small percentage, so small that it's barely detectable, and they just use that presence of the oud to kind of boost the price. What you really want, if you're really gonna go all out with an oud fragrance, you should probably spend the extra money to get one that actually smells like real oud. Otherwise, you're just getting pretty much a regular perfume with a very small percentage of oud that doesn't really amount to anything. And of course you could also get pure oud oil if you want the pure scent, but that's even more expensive than an oud fragrance. So you could have to balance what you are looking for. And other than that, oud is, I mean, if you get the chance to smell it, it's a really delicious scent. I haven't even had the chance to smell it, but I know for a fact that it's this very luxurious, very warm and musky, woody smell. So, and it has also a little bit of that, like a damp wood smell from, obviously the fungus is going to make the wood a bit damp, a bit, not decaying, but definitely it's this broken down wood product. So definitely has a very unique kind of old forest sort of smell. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say about oud and also why it's so expensive. If you have any opinions about this particular fragrance ingredient, you can leave those down in the comments below. If you liked the video, leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I make videos throughout the week, so stick around for those.